live.
Oh, snap.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, everyone. What's up? Love Reigns, Bella Marie, Rena S. It seems this keeps going back and forth, very confusing. One
Me?
day everyone wants to stop the drama, next day everyone is a bunch of bullies. Hopefully it all eventually stops. Yeah, definitely want it to stop. Sure, looking gorgeous as usual. Mm-hmm. Chill. Oh, chilling with Yoda. Hey, Jenny, Jessica.
Because I'm sad and lonely on quarantine.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Dylan Wyatt?
Oh,
Hey, Southern Lady. Good to see y'all. Rose Lane, Harry Grace, Shan. What up?
Shadow!
Hey, Evelyn. Hey, Felicia.
Oh, Alicia!
Nobody's sad here, Betty. Sure, are you blonde? Yes, she is.
Yeah, for
What's
now.
up, Hope for Peace? Hey, Rachel Townsend. I'm going to pop the link in the chat. Anyone wants to come on up and talk about whatever? The only thing is we aren't bashing anybody. But I have seen some tiny victories with all the drama stuff going on. Been a couple little wins. Of course, there's been a whole bunch of chaos. A lot of it I don't even understand.
Mm.
Oh, you're on Natty's panel? Okay. Yeah, many people are mad because I was thankful. Yeah, it's just people are so filled with they're so filled with anger. Like, and I don't think that the majority of these people are inherently bad, but they're so used to being angry and hating on people that when something nice happens, they can't even it doesn't even register with them.
Mhm.
They can't even believe it. They're so used to they're just living in this dark world. Honestly, I feel bad for them. Hey, Southern Lady.
Yeah, it's bad when you can see it. People are like actually becoming like paranoid and stuff. It's out of
Yeah,
control.
yeah. The whole thing is just it's ridiculous. Hello, Tammy Frain, Stacy Zuniga.
Hey, everyone.
I'm
Hey,
betting I didn't
King.
say that right. Zuniga.
Thanks, Stacy. I was thinking maybe even like a couple shades blonder before I do my purple again.
What is the main problem with a friend looking out for another friend? Everyone called NA a hero for it. Shares bashed. How shameful. Yeah, like it just goes to what I was saying. They're so used to being angry and hateful that when something positive happens, they don't even know how to accept
Cafeteria
it.
tomato.
But we're all doing just fine down here in Lunch Ladyland.
Mm.
Hoagies and grinders, hoagies and grinders. Navy beans, meatloaf sandwich. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, yeah. Some of you may know that song. Hey, West Haven, Nadie, Sunshine Blanca, what's up? Amelia Gemini,
I'm going
she's having herself a treat today.
treat. I deserve it.
Mm-hmm. I like that shirt she's wearing. She actually bought it for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I swear that's the sexiest look a woman can have is wearing her man's shirt. I don't know what it is. I mean, lingerie is good and like the thigh high socks and whatever, but a woman wearing her man's shirt, that's just, mm, yeah, that does it for me.
Hey,
Tammy Ayo!
this, I'm gonna eat this one. 5 milligrams THC, 1
Mm,
milligram Kubita.
Kavita.
Caramel,
Stacy.
maple. You can suck it for a long time. Okay.
Till your jaw gets tired.
Right.
Stacy's good. Share how much longer you stuck in the hotel. She's actually 2 rooms over. She's not
Yep.
in a hotel. But we have to social distance because I have to go to work.
Purple shampoo, take the brassiness out. Oh yeah, definitely. That's what she said.
Yeah, Rachel. Most
Then
good
we got
human beings would.
uh 10
And I
milligrams.
dare to say that if one of those ramblers or whatever you want to call them, if they happen to be around and they were witnessing that, I'm sure that they would be legitimately concerned too. It's
Mhm.
just after the fact, people like to pick things apart and look for reasons and deception. And, I say this all the time. If you look at something with suspicion, it will always look suspicious. You can
It
find a
does.
problem
Right.
with everything if you look hard enough. If you want to find something wrong, you will. Yeah,
Great
it,
day
it
to
is very difficult, Stacy.
torture. Till Saturday though.
Yeah,
I'm off quarantine on Saturday.
she's warming up and practicing. mm-hmm. The Southern lady said, looks pretty and don't be afraid to go lighter.
Yeah, like 2 more shades. Like two. mm,
Do
Talking for
whatever you want, baby.
yeah.
Hi, Crisis Cast. What's up, Dave G? Don't see many lives next weekend. Yeah, we may be off the grid for a day. Not so basic, Brooke. Hello. Oh, we got 69 in the chat. Nice.
I'm gonna eat some pot.
How many of you in the chat are subscribed to our joint channel, by the way?
Mm.
You won't hurt my feelings if you're not. I'm just curious. Because we are starting to get close to that 1,000 mark. And we would sure love that because that's the channel that we really want to put a lot of time and effort into. Lots of me's. Hey, you guys are awesome. Hey, Jessica.
Guys, I love this cup so much.
Yeah, it is cool. You should do a French manicure on your nails next Saturday, Mr. Sher. We definitely could. Rachel Townsend, it's called Mr. and Mrs. Sher. It's actually pinned. If you look in the side chat at the top in dark blue, that's our channel. Tampa Boys Customs, how you doing, buddy?
Nubs! Maybe I can't open this.
Uh-oh. Love reigns. If people are mad at someone for making peace and getting along with others, that is a reflection of their own turmoil in their hearts, not others.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like they're so used to the betrayal and anger and hatred that whenever something positive happens, they don't even know how to react to it. Hey, Donnie. How's things in the UK? Must be like in the very early morning for you, I'm guessing. Stop teasing me, Cher. I live in Bama. We just now passed medical. Oh, wow.
Well, I really want to eat these ones. Toffee Crunch. There's 2 pieces. Each piece is 5 milligram, but I can't open it, and so I can't eat these ones. So I can open these ones, which is milk chocolate peppermint, like those Andes, you know, peppermint in the middle, chocolate. This whole brick is
Chocolate.
10 milligrams.
Yeah, 2 a.m. Hey, Rachel MB. 11:08 in Australia. Ah, just getting the day going.
Curious question, Share. Why do you only show your picture on your channel? I don't know. Hmm.
I don't get it. Well, you're showing yourself on my channel. I don't know. Ooh, 100 degrees where I'm at right now. We went through quite a heat wave. We never got that high, but we were going through it was getting in like the low
I
mid
got
90s.
pretty high.
You goofball. Hey,
Yeah.
Laura. No, well, we are and we aren't. I mean, we're in the same house, but she's still quarantined. Oh, Mandy C was coming up. Right on. Well, I tell you, once this, I did hear some news that the borders are going to get opened up for people who are vaccinated in July.
Yep. July
So,
21st.
yeah, so that's a step. Hey, Lord Doverspike. Just ask Kelly. What's up, girl? Anyone wants to
Hey,
pop up?
Kelly.
There's the linky. I would sneak in. Yeah, Donnie. It's such a pain, but it's getting better. It looks like I'll have to get vaccinated so we can travel down to the States and come back. Because we love to like do like a road trip and visit a bunch of you and all that.
Mm,
And of course, once the borders are dropped, then lots of people will be welcome to come up here and visit us.
that'd be fun. And
It
we'll
would
do
be.
a live stream.
Yeah, I was joking with Sherry the other night. Could be like a revolving door. People just coming by constantly. Anonymous biker, what up, dude? I could tell from the picture, but yeah, for those of you who didn't know, that's Kelly the Advocate. What's up, Amber? Betty Burt. And how do I get in touch with you, please? Well, if you want to get in touch with me, there is my email. You want me to put yours, honey? And if you want
Yep.
to get in touch with Cher, that's her email. Mary Vice, how you doing, girl?
Hey, Mary.
That was a nice video you did the other day.
Yeah, I really liked your video. I'm gonna find your channel and drop the link here in a minute. But um um really appreciate you accepting my apology
Hmm.
and also defending me also and Kelly and being in support knowing we were friends before. Thank you. And you can
That's what
come
it's
up
all about.
here if you
Yep.
guys want, Mary, if you want.
Everybody. Yep. The only thing that you can't do is bash other channels. That's
Yep.
it. Other than that, there's no rules up in here.
This
Mandy
here won't
C.
deal with it. Hey, Mandy.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. We are. Mandy, can you hear us? 'Cause we can't hear you. Your internet hates you. Laura's asking how many more days to quarantine. Well, she's done
Midnight Friday.
Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah. So Saturday morning, good to go. Hey,
He's
Emerald Kimmy.
pimping. He's he's like a
Yeah,
narcissist with a chain of himself.
Yoda's got bling.
Bling bling.
Cling clang. I would do that. I need to get like a little metal cutout, the beard of reason. Put that on a chain. I'd wear that. I'm like the least vain person, but I would wear that because it would be
Thanks,
hilarious.
Vintage Ink. Elvira Mistress vibes. Yeah, I like my little rocker poof.
Yeah, she likes to do that.
The higher the hair, the closer to God.
Yeah, makes her feel taller.
Taller. Thanks, Mary.
Yeah, it is, but we have to play by the rules because if we get caught, it's like a minimum $2,800 fine.
Yeah, up to $1 million fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's better.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
hear
can
ya.
hear you now.
All right, because my computer was acting up at first, but now it's good. So yeah, how are you guys doing?
Not too shabby.
Nice. Well, I wanted to come up on here to, sorry, somebody's messaging me. It's getting me distracted. But I just want to say something about the whole situation that it is very, and I know that there's going to be people that always question everything, but it is very hurtful. And there's people who say that, oh, Mandy was lying. And for one, there are people that Cher is aware of, like the McCamey Manor people. They even know that this isn't the first time, and this has been an ongoing thing. So there's a video that I believe is even on the scammers page. That scammers page that's about Natasha, that one, they have a live stream of me where it's an old stream of mine where I'm on camera and the camera's pointed at my kitchen floor. And I said to my boyfriend, I said, you choked me or whatever. And he admits to doing that because he's done it before. And the night that this all happened, I was trying to leave and I was walking out my door and he grabbed me and pulled me back inside. And then I went up this, whatever. So and then there's also stuff that I can't even say publicly that people know about, that they know privately, something that happened that I did out of self-defense before. And people are like, well, why don't you just up and go? And it's like, clearly these people have never been in a relationship like this because it's not easy, especially when you've become so used to being with the person. Also, I'm on a lease with him that has not ended. It's not, doesn't end until August. So the place we live in is almost $5,000 a month.
Yeah, people don't ever
Woof.
see
Holy
the
crap,
whole
5,000?
picture.
Huh?
Good God, 5,000 a month.
Yeah, it's expensive out here in New York.
Yeah.
So I hear.
Yeah, so I can't just, that would be nice if I could just leave and go, but it's a process. And we both wouldn't be able to afford staying here by, like, one of us living here by herself. Like,
But see, that's not anyone's business, and you don't owe anybody that explanation. That's so messed up that you even feel like you have to explain your situation. There's a reason why women don't come forward, and it's because exactly what that other person did. That's exactly why women end up dying instead of leaving and coming to get help. And statistically, it's 7 times. And you can't judge a woman and say it's her fault or that she's faking it. Like, I can't even if you actually thought it was fake, you should never say that out loud. That's horrible. You know, there's a saying when women come forward about rape, you're always supposed to believe them.
And there was a part in that stream like, man, I had like a giggle or something. There was a part where it sounds like I did that, but I do that. Sometimes I'll do that when I'm nervous. And,
yeah, people suck.
Right.
It's actually pissing me off even talking about it. They actually think that I am faking. She wouldn't even call that number. And saying that they know I'm going to falsify police reports and that I'm going to get you in trouble by doing that. And she's calling the FBI because I am lying about contacting the police and getting you in trouble.
Well, for one, people need to understand something. They give you the option if you want to file a police report. Okay, so I think a lot of people have forgotten about that. And also, I grew up in Connecticut. I was in a different relationship with this guy named David, this guy was really bad, like, whatever. He would turn off like the water when he knew I was going to shower. I didn't have a car at the time. He would leave me there with no food. I used to have to walk to the store. It'd take an hour altogether just to get a few things to bring back with me back to his place so I could have something to eat while he was gone. Sometimes I would even go days without eating when I didn't have the strength to walk that far. And it was this, so there was a restraining order on him, and it took me a while to even call the police on him when I was able to do it. When I got away from him one time, I was able to call 911, and I didn't want him to I didn't even want like a restraining order, but they put a temporary, it's different in every state. So in Connecticut, they put a temporary restraining order on him until he went in front of the judge. And then the domestic violence advocate called me and asked me, she went over each restraining order. Well, they call it a protective order technically out there, but she went over each one from the least severe to the most severe one, like the most restricted one. And I said that I wanted the less restricted one, but when he went in front of the judge, he gave him the one that's the most restrictive, and he violated it twice. And I called the domestic violence advocate to let her know this, and nothing even happened with that. Like they didn't even it's like they didn't even care about that. So I ended up leaving the state because he just kept trying to follow me all around.
I know how it goes, and for her to be sitting there, oh well, there's no way it's real because he wasn't arrested. Well, for one, that's not even your business to be even going on your platform and releasing that if he was or wasn't arrested. But I'm going through my own situation, and no, I'm sorry. It's more common than not that men get away with it and are walking around free and not arrested. And I've even sat after court date listening to multiple different situations in court, sitting there for my own situation, but sitting there for the entire day and listening to multiple other situations for days and days through trials and watching men getting away with damn near murder.
Yeah, and I just want to say one more thing, that they what was I gonna say? Oh my god, I hate when I lose my train of thoughts. You know, if he did not get arrested, and that's because if he was arrested, I would have nowhere to go. I can't stay at my friend's place the whole time. And you can't, people say, oh, like a shelter or something, like those places, they're overcrowded and you really don't want to go there. So it's hard to even get into them. So, because I know I tried to do that actually with my ex-boyfriend David. I tried to do it with him. They said they're sorry, we can't do anything. They're full. And it was during the summertime. So that's, I guess they're more full then. I don't know. But they said, oh, Mommy Rambling said, the state law in New York is this, this, and this. For one, I'm not from New York, but what I learned from when I was out here, because there was another time where the police were called, and it was after I defended myself with him, and I am the one that actually called because I wanted to report that something happened, that I did something, so they knew it wasn't like anything that was whatever. And it's also why I didn't get in trouble for doing that. But because let me just say this, the protocol out here is that they're supposed to have 5 officers for a domestic call. That is how it goes in Long Island, not in Connecticut, but in Long Island, that's how it's supposed to go. And the other night when this happened, they only had 1 officer arrive, 1 officer. So that's on the police. Like they didn't even handle the situation how they're technically supposed to handle it.
Ugh.
Just saying.
Yeah, that was crazy. Even the whole time. Hey, Kelly.
Hi. I hope
Hello.
you guys don't mind. I know Mandy and I have never come across paths whatsoever. However, my background is
Mm-hmm.
along with her. So I just wanted to show support. But also, I have a lot of good information, but I'm just here to say that I believed you from the moment I heard. That is unacceptable when we are having to be questioned and proven
Mm-hmm.
when something like that happens. But I definitely appreciate your not being in a victim mentality. You're standing up and you're here and you're still going. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to give
Thank
you
you.
props for that.
I appreciate that.
Yes. Well, we're glad you're safe. That's the
Mm-hmm.
best.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I am too.
Absolutely. And I just want to say to all any guys out there, if you listen to this for whatever reason, if you've ever raised your hands to your woman, okay, I'm not going to sit here and call you a piece of crap, but you know deep down in your heart that you're not supposed to do that, right? So if you've done that or you feel like you could, go and talk to somebody, please, because we're supposed to be the protectors. I know like this is new age thing that's we're supposed to be completely equal, but when it comes to stuff like this, that's horseshit. Someone breaks into this house, I am the one defending Cher. She does not defend me. That's the man's job. The man is supposed to protect, not hurt. So if you're like that and you're having issues with anger or whatever, you got to go talk to somebody because you know it's not right. And with all how many women has this happened to, it makes me sick.
It
This
does.
should be like 1 out of 1,000, not like nine
One
out
out
of
of
ten.
four.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
insane.
honestly, I want people to know abusive behavior isn't personal. So I want to make sure anybody, besides even Mandy, but not only Mandy, anybody who's listening right now, it has nothing to do with you. It's the abuser. Because sometimes the
Mm-hmm.
abuser will make you feel like you made them trigger. You made, oh, if you hadn't said that, I wouldn't have hit you. Or
Mm,
if you hadn't done that. So they're behaving that way because they are choosing to react that way to how they feel. And it's all
Mm-hmm.
about ego, and we can't control their behavior or stop it. So there's nothing we can do. The only thing we can do is obviously remove ourselves from that, which I have a good coaching tips and things about how to detox from abusive relationships because you still love them. It's like a connection that it's in a way it is very much like an addiction to a drug,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, it is.
And we
Yeah.
think that we love them so much, which we, in our thing we do because we love the idea of who we think they are.
Well,
uh,
and you get it's the codependency also, and
yes,
being afraid of the change, and possibly a lot of women, like she said, the rent and the thing. Like I've had to stay in things because, well, I was made to be a single or a stay-at-home mom and have nothing. I was not allowed to work. I was not even allowed my driver's license. So then I'm like, well, I really have nothing and no one. Like, what am I gonna do? I have to stay there to have a roof over my head and food for my kids and stuff. You're people just don't get it.
they don't
yeah.
get it. And whether or not Mandy had called the police 50 times and she's been back, that
Mm-hmm.
is not
It's no one's
bad.
business.
That is no one's business, and that is not bad at all. And Mandy, please know that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, not this time. There was a time it was, oh my God, I don't even remember how long ago it was. This was last year. I called the police. I was able to because I did have to defend myself. The situation, it doesn't play out the same way every single time. It's like it depends on how it happens. And I did defend myself. I'm not going to say it for the public, but there's something that I did, and because I was scared, and I reported it myself. So I didn't get in trouble for doing that, but there were 5 officers at the house, and my neighbors were like, they said something about a domestic thing. And I was like, how do you know that? They said, well, out here in Long Island, anytime there's 5 cops at a house, like that means domestic. So I didn't know that.
Yeah. And honestly, I've been through, Mandy, I know we don't know each other, but I was married twice, to both to very abusive men, but one was very physical. My first husband, and he would beat me up all the time. But then there were times I beat him back, to where when the cops were called, they were like, "We don't know who to take," that bad. So these types of relationships are so destructive. And the one thing I want to say really quick to the people that are abusers, really quick, or someone who you do these types of things, we cannot be afraid to take responsibility for what we have done. If we are willing to admit that we have toxic or dysfunctional patterns, behaviors, things that we're doing, that's inappropriate, if we can admit that we've made bad decisions and mistakes, things will get better. The acknowledgement is there.
And even after that happened, the time when that happened, when I called the police, because I was able to that time, because he couldn't do anything because of what I did. And when I did that, I didn't, I felt bad after doing it, because I've never did that before, and I felt nauseous like instantly. It was just like I felt like, I can't even describe how I felt, but I just remember him looking at me and being like, he couldn't believe it. And I was like in shock, and I called the police. Well, I called for an ambulance and stuff, 911, and they got him help. But yeah, and I felt disgusted. I can't even. Yeah.
Well, actually, everything you're saying is very normal. And we have to take accountability only for our actions, and not theirs.
Tammy,
Hey, Tammy.
Right. I agree with you, Kelly.
And you're a princess, and you're a queen. You need to be treated as such. And I think what happens is we have this mentality that, I don't know if you grew up like this, Mandy. You're very cute in your picture. You probably grew up with a lot of boys just like maybe hitting you, and it's because he likes you, that kind of thing.
Yeah, when I was younger, yeah, some of them would try, like, when they're younger, they'll do stuff like that, or they'll make fun of you because they have a crush on you or something.
They're mean. We were brainwashed, Mandy, to think that is not a good mindset to start out with. Oh, if he hits you, that means he likes you. And then you're like, oh, okay. So I guess if he's a jerk, that means he likes me. It's weird how our brains will kind of latch on to things like that.
That is true, and you make a good point with that. I never thought of it that way.
I never did either.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to take advantage or take credit for that. The book, He's Just Not That Into You.
Oh, I heard about that book. I haven't read it.
Where it came from. Read that book, Mandy, or even watch the movie. It's great.
I will.
I think I saw
it is
the movie.
So great.
Yeah, the movie's pretty good.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, the movie. That's what. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's where it came from. How we were trained to think that if someone's mean to me, that means they like me.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
Gotta stop.
Yeah. It was so interesting seeing Mr. Cher's reaction, like, because, well, it was very triggering for me, but he was like, I saw him pacing back and forth and just like shaking and pissed and red. And he was like, I need to talk to this guy. This isn't right. I really need to talk to him and try and get to him, like, try to get to like his mind and his thinking. And oh, it's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
sorry, who
Cher
was
is hugging me. And she's like, "Why are you
Who are you? I'm
shaking?"
sorry.
I'm like,
Oh, my thing was lagging. Sorry.
yeah,
Who were you talking about, Cher?
me.
Mr.
Oh,
Cher, yeah, he was just like beside himself, so upset.
yeah.
Yeah, I was losing my mind a little bit.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I could tell, especially when you guys called me.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought she was in quarantine. How are they together? But it was just a three-way call.
Yeah.
That's
He
where
is. I
the
tell
bad
him
boy
that all the
thing
time. I
started.
always tell him he's a good man.
He
I
does.
try.
It seems like a wonderful man.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You
Amber,
guys
I
gonna give
wanted
me a
to
big
say
head?
that why
Stomach.
some of us are attracted to assholes naturally, that is part of it. Our
Hmm.
mindsets were really brainwashed. I hate to say that, but it's true.
Well,
And
that
also
goes.
pheromones are a big, big thing. We cannot see pheromones, can we?
No.
Interestingly, some men have stronger pheromones than others, and the men that do give off the stronger pheromones are usually the more, I guess you could put them in the bad boy section.
You know, that's been something people debate about if humans let off pheromones like animals do. I was reading about it before. It's been something that has been debated.
Yeah, I've heard lots of it. And then there's more like if you go back to like our basic biological instincts, women want to find someone who will protect them and keep them alive so they can breed.
Yep.
Like that's not to be insulting, that's like our biology. So the bad boy, the fighter, the one who will lay out anyone who looks at you funny, he's an optimal mate at that point.
Hmm.
It's just when he turns all that aggression towards you, it becomes a problem.
Yeah, and something I've noticed is that if I talk about things like this, it's like you attract people who, I don't know if anybody can relate to me, but it's like you sometimes this is why I don't even like talking about it, because sometimes it'll attract people who are abusive
Well,
to you.
yeah,
Yes.
because they prey on, they definitely, people like that, they prey on women like us. That's just, it's
Well, how
true.
I've stopped that, Mandy, because I'm actually I considered myself the abused magnet. It seemed
Mm.
like I was attracting these repeated offenders of, and they had different types of abusive qualities. My first husband beat the crap out of me all the time. My second one, he was he had PTSD himself, and he would drink every night, get blasted, and then harass me and
Mm.
mentally mess with me. And you go through so many different stages of abuse, and you're like, what is all of this? But what
Mhm.
stops that is once you work on what's our trigger, because obviously I was broken, right? So
Yeah.
they were able to pick up off of that. They pick up on that stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you can see it as a man. You can see it in their eyes. Like I saw that in Cher's eyes before I even knew her.
I mean, most of my relationships have not been abusive. There's only
That's good.
3 of them, but so I was in a different
Only
one,
three.
huh?
I said only three. Like
Well,
that's
to me, Well, I'm just.
It was just 3.
No, because that's sad that that's like normal. Because I could say the same thing. It's not that many,
Right.
just 3, but it should be none, right? But we consider 3 or 4 not that many. It's okay. It's not that many bad guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the first one that I was in with a guy, I was pregnant because I was pregnant with my oldest son at a young age, and I wasn't, well, it wasn't really, I don't know what you'd even call it, but it was kind of like a relationship, kind of not. It was strange, but anyways, it was somebody that I was trying to help at the time, even though I don't know what was going through my head. I couldn't even help myself really, and he. Oh my God. So we were just taking a walk we were on this trail in the woods, just walking because I was very active during my pregnancy. And we got into an argument and he choked me in the woods and grabbed me by he grabbed me by my neck, spit in my face, and then like went behind me and did like a choke from behind. And when I said, I got up and I was like, I'm calling the police. I was like, I'm calling the police. And he came back and choked me again. And then when I got home, my mother was like, said dirt on me. She said, what happened to you? I was like, oh, nothing. I was like, I fell outside. And I eventually told her, and she was like, I thought so. She's like, I thought he did. I had a feeling he did that. So I had to go to the hospital because I think I was like 7 to 8 months pregnant, and they had to put a fetal monitor on me just to make sure, because I guess that it can, because, the baby was deprived of oxygen for a certain period of time, that it could cause issues. But thankfully, everything was fine. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, and the thing is that, and it's not like you're in a victim mentality, just like as I'm not, but if we can see clearly that people who are that are abusers, they give their power away. They're weak and powerless. And once we can find that power and remove it, it's kind of like de-arming an army, right? Getting their arms removed and letting them know that they're really just a tower of cards that can blow by one little flick. They can tumble. That's the good thing about abusers to know.
Yep.
I don't think so, honey.
So, changing the topic a little bit, Kelly, I didn't know about you until Cher dropped out. She'll come back.
She does. Yeah, she does that.
Yeah. The first time I ever heard about you was on Cher's panel, right? So, never mind. Maybe I don't know if I should. I was just curious. I'm asking. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I was watching a different channel and I had no idea who was even being like talked about at the time. So the person's like, it was another creator, and they said something about like.
I know you were on a panel that someone said I'm a homophobe.
Yeah, I didn't want to sound rude saying that.
No,
so
I know, honey. Don't worry.
I was like, she sounds so sweet on Cher's panel.
I sent my gay son the video, and he goes, "Oh my God, Mom! I listened to him for like 15 minutes, and he's super annoying." I'm like, okay, because I was the one that bought him all the Barbies right from the get-go. I did everything that he wanted. My ex-husband was the actual prejudiced person. So just so you know, I get Father's Day messages from him.
Yeah.
I was the father,
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm actually I'm the mom that wore the T-shirt saying "free hugs from a mom" because of the fact that people get outcasted in their own family. As a matter of fact, his roommate, they were looking for a new place, but his grandpa said, "Oh, well, why don't you come work with me? But you can't be gay anymore."
Wow.
And Austin was devastated. And I said, "Well, that just means it's not meant for them, for you guys."
That's horrible.
But my son, no, he's oh my gosh, Mandy, he's great with skin, makeup, hair. You can't go wrong.
Oh my God, I love a guy that knows how to do makeup. I don't know why. I always have like a thing for gay men. I don't know why.
You would love my son. He's super sweet, very cute, beautiful. He does great jobs at this makeup, and he's the one who buys me all my products.
That's so
And
cute.
he brings me my little lotions, and
Aw.
okay, mom, you got to wear this.
Isn't it crazy sometimes when like gay men, they know more about, like, I have a
Yes,
lot of gay friends and they know more about makeup than I do sometimes, and it's just like, wow.
yes,
Oh,
yeah,
that's sad, Mary. I'm sorry. Wow.
Yeah. That's horrible.
yeah.
Hey, do
And
you want
my
to come up here, Mary? You should come. We'll drop the link again, babe. Mary, you want to come up here?
Yeah, anyone's welcome. We got 2 spots.
Yay, it'll be a party.
Wow.
No, and also and I don't tell everybody this, but I'm going to share it. That my mom had 3 brothers, and one of the brothers ended up, when I was a senior in high school. He came out and said that he always felt that he was female inside. And my grandpa and grandma, they're all old school Italian, and my grandpa was just, I gave birth to John, so he changed his whole sex. He went to become a female. And what did we do? And it wasn't well accepted. Me and my mom taught him how to do his hair and makeup. And we had women days. Unfortunately, he died.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Hey, Mary.
Hello.
Hi, Benny. Hi.
I
I
never.
just wanted to share that it is actually extremely a huge button with me, because I have a lot of experience with it. So when he did that, I was like, what?
Right. And I just wanted to hear your side. Because you're up here, I just was curious if you, that's
Yeah,
why I'm
no,
happy
I
you
appreciate
explained
you
it. I like to hear
asking.
both sides before like really forming any opinion on something. So thank you for sharing that.
No, thank you for asking and not being like, oh, you're the homophobe. Yeah, thank you.
One Halloween, I dressed my friend Eddie up as a girl because he worked in, he was an RN and he worked in a home care agency, and they had a contest. So I dressed him up as a girl, and we couldn't even get through putting the makeup on because we were laughing so much. But he walks better in high heels than I ever did. I was like, wait, this is not fair.
I know, and they look better than us in makeup.
He actually won the contest, though, so I was cool with that.
Yeah.
There you go.
He dressed up as a female nurse, and he had his nameplate said Anita Man, RN.
Oh, that's nice.
Hold on, I'm gonna make some coffee. I need some energy right now. I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm drinking it right now.
Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hi,
there's
Miss Molly.
Mr. Chairs.
What's
Well,
that?
one chair is an empty chair.
Yeah, one Mr. Chair is a studio. Awesome looking studio.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's not real. I wish it was.
No,
Oh,
that's,
it's not?
He has a green screen.
Oh,
Eh,
that's awesome.
he's probably outside smoking or something.
that's a really
Yeah.
good green screen. I thought it was real.
I had you all fooled. I should have said, yeah, that's my studio. Yeah.
Yeah, see how nice it looks.
Oh, thank you, Miss Molly.
It does look good, especially now that my big ass head isn't blocking it.
Oh, geez, no. I felt like when you were in front of there, we were like on a newscast or something.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Kelly, did you see your text messages that I sent you? Screenshot from. Did you see your text messages?
Let me.
Oh, good night, Buttercup.
Good
Thanks
night,
for hanging.
Buttercup.
Good night.
Oh, I did now. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, good night, Buttercup.
Coffee is like a phone charger. That's so true.
I love coffee all day, every day.
Me too.
She likes her coffee.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl, hey. I'm going to see Mama Kim's coming.
People crack me up, I swear. Oh, goodness. Coffee is like a phone charger. Sure is.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions on me. And, there's nothing you can do, right? Everybody is going to think what they want, and
Uh-oh, what are they saying?
perception is
Oh,
reality.
you don't want to know.
Yeah. But you know what, though? I mean, and this, I actually feel freer because now I'm like, well, wait a minute. Now I can feel comfortable going and talking to other people without being attacked later. Like, what's wrong with you? Why did you, and making me feel like a child. Like I did something wrong, and it's not a good feeling.
That's just insane.
It's ridiculous is what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just so childish and pointless.
I've seen more judgment and hypocrisy in the last few days than I've ever seen.
It's getting worse.
Incredible.
It's getting so bad.
And Mary she's actually one of the nicest people around, and she's been seeing so much that it's made her so angry.
Yeah.
And she's not easy to anger,
No, but pick on my girl and we're going to have a problem.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, she's a sweetie. Thank you.
She doesn't deserve. She doesn't deserve.
Me.
She doesn't deserve any of this nonsense that's coming at her. None of it.
Well, some of it I thought, Mary, it's got to be some of my karma too, because look, when I was in that bubble being told the info, I dehumanized. So, I look at this as also as my karma. But I take it like a woman. I'll take my bumps and bruises.
That's all you can do and just move forward, because same with me. I had, if you just admit, like, yes, I did nasty things, but people have left me so many messages like, share, it's very clear what's going on with your friend. Like, they see you are being shunned. It's very clear. So their actions is saying a whole lot more. So you just keep doing you. And
well, what started it was, the bad behavior towards an 8-year-old child.
Yep.
And that's what woke me up. When someone said, when they acted like it was not a big deal, and I'm like, huh?
Yep. That's when I seen my friend was still there. I was like, okay, she knows she's not supposed to be talking to Amber, but here you go on your channel using your platform to defend Amber's daughter, even though Amber in that world, for some, I don't even understand it, reason, is so hated over there. And that is like, you made a deal with the devil himself if you do that. So that's when I was like, okay, I was watching and waiting, and I knew you were waking up.
Yeah, that was around January, I think. It was like December, I went for my surgery, and then January I come back and I'm like, oh, how's everybody doing? And then, the BAM fiasco, I should call it, not Amber. It's not her fault.
Mhm.
The fiasco. Sorry, I didn't mean to say a name.
Mhm.
But anyway, it was just, that's what woke me up. I was like, this is wrong. And then they're like, you got to stay here. Where's your loyalty? My
Yeah.
loyalty are to victims. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Like, huh?
That's what I always saw. Like, I was always on the outside of this stuff, kind of looking in. And I didn't see people who were inherently bad. I just saw people who were stuck on something and it went a direction
Mhm.
that they weren't expecting. And before they knew it, they were just there.
Okay, but babe, so we were just friends. I met you when I was all on that side in that cult, aka community, whatever. So you met me while starting out and getting that, and then through the hard time of trying to get the hell out of there and losing people and all that. Like, what is your take on everything that you've witnessed and stuff? Like,
Well, yeah, like
what
when
do you
I
think?
first come into true crime, it was through Cher, and she was doing her advocate videos for, oh my god, I can't remember her name now,
Rhonda?
Rhonda. And but there was also, she was always telling me about this AD guy
Mhm.
and how he was a pedo and this and that, and she's always like telling me about all this stuff that they're doing, and I never joined in, but I just always thought, like, if I didn't really see the point in going after him. Like, I never really got on her case about it, but I was always just kind of like, well, so what? If he's saying bad things about someone else or whatever, it's like, I really don't care.
But Dean Martin cares. That's what we call
Yeah.
That's what we call a certain person.
That's what I would always tell him too. No, but he's bad, babe. You don't understand. And Martin like wants us to do this, like.
Yep.
And he told me if I would have still been all in that, we probably wouldn't be together today. He did
Yeah,
not like that person.
I didn't.
Good
It was
old Dean
it
Martin.
was constant, like all the time talking about how bad this guy was. It's like, yeah, I get it, he's a bad guy. I know 20 bad guys who aren't on YouTube.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know, I know
Oh,
some
okay.
people who are a lot worse than anybody on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, plus I always looked at YouTube as like, it's just a website. Like, it's not supposed to be personal.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I always thought it was supposed to be. I
Oh,
guess I was
thanks,
wrong in that,
Tammy.
but
Nicole, you can email me. Yeah, it's in my about section on my channel.
oh, I forgot I had that up there.
Hey, Brookie.
Brooke said she needs yoga. She has been so ticked all day. All weekend, I should say.
Yeah, we've been texting all day.
Yeah, just really.
I was texting her at the tire place. I had a
Thanks for
huge
coming
nail
by,
in my
Denise.
tire today.
What do you mean? Oh, I went back all the way in the comments. Yeah, I was meaning to address this comment. Okay. What did you mean, Raina asked, that it's still continuing? I thought that there was stuff that at least died down a little bit. That's the impression I was under, but if it didn't, then that's unfortunate. With the drama she was talking about earlier, she made a comment saying, it's crazy, something like that the drama dies down and whatever, and then it starts right back up again.
There's certain people that like the drama,
Well,
especially when
yeah,
it brings super chat to their channel.
I just realized the whole time I had my microphone sitting on the desk over there.
Oh, I thought it was my volume, and I'm like, man, I need to clean my ears or something. Shit, man.
No, that was just my
I'm going
dumbass.
deaf. Like, thank goodness you said something. I was going to go for a hearing test tomorrow.
Everyone's too nice to say something,
I just
we
thought it
can't
was
hear you.
me, to be honest.
Well, Luann, I'm sorry to hear about what happened to you, but I know you apologized to me, but it is still hurtful for the comments you made before. It's about my children and stuff. Just saying, it did hurt me when I read your comment, because I didn't know that you had an issue and stuff. And we left off on good terms. We were both in somebody else's chat once, and it seemed like a positive vibe of a channel at the time. So I just want you to know that your comments did hurt me.
Hey, Crazy Mama. Hey, Not So Basic Brooke and Nellie.
Well, wow, Mandy, you're very classy.
Yeah, that was really cool.
You know what? I am. I've been very, very proud of how she has been reacting and picking and choosing what you are reacting to, Mandy. From when I first started talking to you and coming around your channel to now, I see a difference, and you should be very, very proud, because I am.
Well, thank you. I just want to say that a lot of you guys, you guys don't know me like you didn't know me prior to any of my live streams and stuff, obviously. But I do not like being aggressive. I don't like being angry. And a lot of people got that impression of me because that's what I was displaying on my channel. When I'd be mad, I would go live a lot. When I was angry, I would vent, I would cuss, I would go crazy on my streams. So that's what they thought of me. But like me, usually, like overall, I'm very, I like to be happy, try to be positive. I like getting along with people. I am somebody that's always been very forgiving of others. That's just how my mom raised me. But I sometimes will forgive people that I really shouldn't forgive. And if I do forgive them, I should just move on and not associate with the person, and leave it at that. But I have a way about me that I have insight on. I'm mindful of it. I know that I have my ways where I can get so upset and angry where I let my emotions control me, and it takes me out of character because it's not how I like to be, and it's not who I am overall. It's not I don't like being like that, and I hate when I get like that. And it's been something I've been trying to work on for years and that's my responsibility as an adult. There's no excuse for it. But a lot of it has to do from when I was younger. I never learned how to properly deal with some of my emotions.
Right.
You
same.
were conditioned, and that's what I do, Mandy. I coach with that stuff. You were conditioned, and I'm the same.
Oh, really? I didn't know you did all that. I don't know. Can I, is there any way I could contact you? I would like to talk privately.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have your email in your about section?
Yeah.
I can give you, I can pass your phone number along if you want.
That would be great.
Okay. Yeah. It sounds
great. That would be great. Because this is a very conditional thing, but the thing I always say it or describe it this way, but some people have other analogies, but we're usually walking, let's say in a forest, and we find a comfortable path and we're not getting cut and scrapes and whatever. And we're used to that. But what if there was a better thing over on the left-hand side, all the way over there, but you had to cut a new path? So yeah, we got to get out a machete and we got to cut these branches down. Yeah, we're going to get cut a little bit, but eventually that path is going to go whoop and open.
Yep.
And and like you said, I don't want to be, react that way. I'm the same. That's why there's so many different tools that I have. And I sent Cher, I think, 7 documents. She was like, I need an assistant.
Right.
Oh man, did you see Luann?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see I know I was very, very wrong, and so sorry I hurt you. It's okay, Luann. I was just letting you know that it did hurt me, and I accept your apology. So, I would like to just move forward from here.
Nice.
Wow, adults acting like adults. Go figure.
Another tiny victory.
Yep.
That's how we're gonna do it, guys. Just one little tiny
One at a
victory at a
time.
time. Eventually, we'll just choke the hate right off of YouTube.
Am I not nice, Miss Molly?
Wait, what?
What? Who is? Are we? What are we? Come on, guys.
No, I think she's
I'm pretty sure that was a joke.
She's
Okay.
kidding. She's got a smiley face there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're also on edge. You know, sarcasm can be
Yeah.
taken the wrong way.
Well, and
very
I'm just
easily.
ready to. No, yeah. Well, with Kelly, like, I'm just like definitely ready to pounce for Kelly.
Protective.
Yeah. He's
And
just
something-
anticipating it.
Oh. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
I was just saying you're just anticipating it because you know what's coming.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I wanted to say that to Luann because I did say in the chat the other night that I was like, oh, it's okay. You know, it's water under the bridge. But I just wanted to bring that up that it did hurt me because something I've learned is you teach people how to treat you. And if I was to just be like, okay, yeah, it's, you know, it's all good without saying, listen, you hurt me. Like, you know, are you going to say something about that? You know, do you have anything to say on that? Because if not, then the person thinks you're teaching them it's acceptable to treat me this way.
So right.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with standing up for yourself and saying, you know what, that was wrong. Yeah, so that was good. And yeah, that's basically we're all paranoid.
Yes, Brooke. Yeah.
Like I'm watching the side chat saying, okay, when are the haters going to come and start bashing Mandy or Kelly or Mary or Cher or even me?
You guys, I can't believe when Kelly was on my panel. Somebody else was on there too, but I don't think there's maybe one other time I have ever seen Mr. Cher lose his shit like he did. That was just unacceptable. Yeah, I mean, he deals with the hate. He's so unbiased where there's times where me and him get into arguments because I'm like, why aren't you blocking this person or whatever? Because he just is too nice, right? So for him to be actually blocking people and taking and wanting people's wrenches and actually cussing and screaming at you, like that says so much about you and ain't even funny.
Yeah, if someone gets me up to that point, they did something real, real bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm always trying to keep my cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's bad. I was like, whoa. And it also kind of turned me on. Just being honest.
Yeah, she's told me that so many times. I like when you get angry. Well, I can't disagree because when she gets all fired up and passionate about something, oh yeah.
Who are we talking about?
Oh, okay.
Cher was talking about me and I was talking about her.
Oh shit. Oh no, yeah, I've seen. Well, no, I haven't. I've just through text a little bit, but I was like, well, damn.
People always think I'm cute when I'm angry, and it's annoying.
You are, yeah, it was a little bit cute.
You might as well just roll with it, honey. You're cute. There's nothing you can do about it.
Grr. I'm a savage.
Yeah.
So much easier to get along. Yeah.
Right?
Well, it is once you let go of all that negative, because it's not doing anybody any good.
It's not accomplishing anything.
Me too, crazy mama. I definitely always find myself, it's not that I set out to do it, but the people I end up backing are what you would call the underdogs. And it's just because I don't know, I protect what I know.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I know, right? The classy comment was hilarious. I do agree. I couldn't help but laugh either. Well, I can be classy sometimes. I know how to I can be classy a little bit, but I do have a mouth on me when I'm angry. That goes out the window when I'm mad.
I can be classy, but I always say I'm a little bit trashy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, always like a little bit of an edge.
Yeah.
That's good because I'm not interested in being engaged to Mary Poppins. Put a lot of men to shame.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
I'm just trying to do the best I can. I was raised right.
Yeah, definitely. Your mama and your daddy did great.
Yep.
Watching people who just kept
Okay,
pumping.
sorry guys, I had to leave.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
What did I
Right,
miss?
Sunshine?
I heard you say when Kelly was on my panel, and then I got a phone call I had to take.
Oh, Mr. Sheriff freaking out. That never happens. I said that says a lot about those people and their behaviors because that really, like, that never happens.
It's very
Oh,
rare that
yeah.
I just go off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like when I get mad. But sometimes it's just unavoidable.
Well, I mean, and the thing is that that was just a sliver of what I've dealt with in the past 10 months. So that's why I was like, it's almost like I kind of need a restraining order almost because of the things that can come out of that person's mouth. And it's weird.
Yeah. Men usually like to fight it out and then just call it a day. They don't like to drag things on. They don't like to go back and forth with the verbal attacks like a lot of women do.
No, they don't.
But there are some men on here, like some people that like the back and forth and stuff, but I don't consider those men.
Yeah,
You know, I
there
really
are a
want to
few
look into
boys
the
on here.
psychology of that. Why do women attack other women? Because, and it's rare. I'm one of the rare women, Mandy. I mean, hopefully you'll see that. I love women. Like I'm always like, I want them to be successful, and I think women are beautiful. And I guess I'm just not a jealous person. And I've
Wait,
always been like,
I hear it birds. Is that people talking about us?
No, I'm sorry. It's my bird.
I was
Mary
wondering.
has a
Oh, sounds like all the people on YouTube. Chirp, chirp. Okay, sorry.
yeah, no, I want to see people succeed. And it's like almost like YouTube isn't really the place for me almost, you know.
No, don't let
bad.
that happen.
Yeah, there are
Remember,
certain areas of YouTube where it's just creators are just eating each other, but there are places where we're supporting each other.
yeah,
And I said it on a live stream not too long ago. If there's a plateau you want to get to, you could stand on me to get up there, but if you boost me up and help me get up there, I'm going to reach down and pull you up with me. So then we'll both be up there.
Exactly.
It just feels so much better
teamwork.
that way. Yeah. We don't need to be competing.
I literally always bring people on and make sure, like, there's been times I will stay on a live till people get 1,000 subscribers and shit. Like, there's room for everyone.
Oh, speaking of 1,000 subscribers, our joint channel's
Oh.
getting close.
Yeah.
So if you haven't subscribed to our joint channel, by all means, click that link
The
up there.
fun channel, my favorite channel.
Yeah, that's the fun channel. We don't talk a lot of true crime over there. In fact, last live, Cher made me put on her makeup.
I gave him my makeup.
I had blush, I had eyeliner and lip liner. Oh yeah, I looked horrible, but people found it funny. So.
Oh, it was hilarious.
It would have been even funnier if I'd have done a good job. Like if I actually legit looked like good after that. That would have made it so much funnier, but no.
Cher was like, I have stripper makeup.
Yeah. still sparkles and like pinks and golds and
Yeah.
blues and purples.
Yeah, no, a lot of people tell me to get off YouTube, but believe it or not, YouTube, me, when I do my live streams and stuff, even when I'm mad or something, YouTube actually helps me. It helps me a lot. Just have somewhere to express myself. And even though I can like talk about it to other people like that I know, it's just that it helps me reaching like an audience and stuff and coming across people that can relate with me or that can maybe, have me see things a different way. It's just like, I don't know, I like it, so it helps me. And I know I'm not the only one because there's other people that have, people who, there's other creators and stuff who've said the same thing when they started off on YouTube, that they were a lot of them were in a bad situation, like mental health, or they were injured or something, and they started making YouTube videos, or they started doing live streaming. And even though hate comes with the territory of YouTube and drama comes with that territory, it can help you too, even if it may not seem like it all the time to the viewers. So if it was that detrimental to me, I can't even pronounce the word right now, I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, if it's a positive for you, then yeah, absolutely. But there's a lot of people that it's just nothing but negative.
Mr. Chair.
What happened? What?
I wouldn't have met you if I wasn't on my YouTube.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, for a lot of people coming on YouTube, it's like an escape from their day that, they can have some fun or learn something or have a laugh or whatever. But there's a lot of people that all they want to come on for is, okay, I got to hate this person. Somebody give me a reason. What did they do now? What can we get mad about now? It's like they're looking for reasons to be upset. And that's just so weird.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be upset about this live right now. That's why Mary and I are here, because we're proving that we are doing what is a human being does, is meet new people.
Well,
Get to know people rather than hearing, no, you can't talk to them.
I hope all the haters see this. I hope they all come over, and I hope they just keep doing it, because this is going to catch on more and more. People are going to start enjoying these lives more and more, where there's nothing negative being said. Yep. And then all of a sudden, those haters are going to wonder, well, what the hell? Why is no one here?
Yep.
It's because they're tired of hearing people bitch all the time. Yeah. How can you live your life in that much negativity by choice?
Kelly, what did I say to you? I told you hearts are going to change.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They will. It's going to take some doing, but they will.
Because I've always had love, right? And when I started my channel, it was only to help educate and empower victims of domestic violence and sexual assault, right? Well, next thing I know, one of the victim's family members found my channel. I did not reach out to them. And they said, oh, that's a nice video, blah, 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 And of course, I'm under the, and they are everybody's being harassed, right? But so I'm going through all of this, and then I'm like, well, wait a minute. I love people though. So like when someone came on my channel and commented, I got told, oh no, they got to be blocked. They're bad. But they commented such a nice comment. So I'm supposed to block someone even though they said, hey, this really helped me. Yeah. And that hurt my heart. I've gotten emails of people saying, I can't comment because I'm not welcome. But your videos help me. Do you know how that hurt?
Yeah.
Because I love people.
Babe, do you remember what I used to say about Kelly in the situation? What I like?
Oh, well, you said a few things, but the long and short of it is she's in over her head.
Yeah.
And hopefully she snaps out of it and realizes that there's better for her.
It was very clear to see what was going on. I knew that you were just
It
were
was
kind of
just that whole like I said, you get on that path, and before you know it, it's just every day to hate.
don't call me on
Like
live.
it's like it's normal to be disrespectful and mean. Like there was a time, Kelly, I actually just for shits and giggles went into one of your lives,
Hmm.
and people lost their minds because oh my God, Cher's boyfriend is in here. Cher's boyfriend is
Mhm.
in here.
We were
What?
Get him
actually
out, get
just
him out, get him out.
watching what people's reactions would be, and
Yeah.
of just
Yeah,
him not being involved at all, going in and saying hi just as my boyfriend and being called an asshole and stuff when he literally did nothing, but just because he's my
yeah.
boyfriend,
Yeah.
he was treated like shit.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. No
Oh, I
Well,
worries
hate
at all.
that when people
But
do
yeah,
that.
Cher was actually pissed.
Yeah.
She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I just want to see if someone who's never they know I've never said anything bad about anybody. I just want to see what they'd say to me." And I stayed in there for a bit, and I was like, "Well, I've never done anything to anybody, so why are you talking to me like that?" And a couple people actually said, "You know what? Yeah, you're right. Shouldn't be talking to you like that." But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
well, that was a good test.
Hmm.
And I know for sure that if one of Mommy Rambling's big supporters were to come in here, like I wouldn't greet them with any malice, but I know people in the chat would.
Hmm.
That's like how I don't know why it's even like that. That's why like sometimes like I'll comment in anybody's stream. I don't care if that person, if there's somebody I watch that doesn't like that person. Oh damn well, that's too bad. I'll comment wherever I want, unless I'm blocked. But
Yeah.
yeah, that happened to me as well, where people would come into, or I would go into somebody's stream, and then like people would get mad at it, or I noticed that there's people who watch the same channels as me, and then they'll go back and tell people, "Oh, Mandy's in that chat," and then they'll all come in the mob and be like, "Don't to the creator." They'll say, "Don't listen to Mandy. Don't listen to Mandy." And for one, the stuff that they're talking about haven't had absolutely nothing to do with what the topic was. It was on Lewis's channel, and I do like Lewis. I know you guys don't get along, Kelly, but I do like him and I like his channel. I went up on his panel to talk about something, and there was just like nasty people in the chat. And I told Lewis, I was like, I hope you can judge me from how I treat you and how I'm speaking to you, and not let these people get into your ear, because there's too many of them that do this. And they have this mob-like mentality as to where a lot of people fall for it. They think that the numbers matter, and that the more people that contact that person, that means that what they're saying is true. So many creators have fell for that, and it's just like, wow, you are very naive.
Mm.
Because that's something people will do out of manipulation, because they know the way people think is when you see like a big group of people saying something about someone, and then you see one person like defending themselves, most people automatically think the larger group, that must be the right side, and that's not always the case.
Mm. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And you like I knew you were in that live because someone sent me the link saying, "Oh God, you're now a homophobe," right? And
Mm.
I looked at it and I'm like, and I looked in there, and of course your cute face is on it, and I'm like, okay, so they're talking about me saying I'm a homophobe. And honestly, I didn't even address it because it's not true. I have like
It's just
the
ridiculous.
bombest son ever, and he would attest to me being actually the one that gave him the strength
Really
to
quick,
keep
Nellie, you are awesome, and I love you. Hope you and your
Yes.
sister are feeling well.
That was very sweet of you, Nelly. Thank you. And Miss Molly, thank you. Oh, and Viper6 is here. Reaction, please. Do you guys like to watch compilations of like bad drivers and stuff? If you ever want to watch something like that, that's the channel to go see. He's always put stuff up like that, and it's always really funny. He's got little commentaries about it too. It's hilarious.
Kelly, what were you saying? You said your son helped you.
Oh, no, it's just my son. I didn't know this at the time because, I had them young. I had my oldest, I was only 19, and my middle son, I was only 21. So we kind of raised each other, kind of, grew up together. But I knew he was gay from toddler, and I just knew it, and I actually supported it, and to a point where Austin went all through high school, never bullied. He has confidence up the wazoo, and he's not like vain. You know what I mean? Like, not conceited.
Mm-hmm.
He's just confident in. He says, and I said one day, it was just out of nowhere. I said, "How did you get like this, Austin? I wish I could be like you." And he goes, "You." And
Wow.
it threw me off because he goes, "Mom, you were the one that said, be yourself. You want that Barbie? Let's get you two Barbies." He used to pick out my outfits for work, do my hair. Oh my gosh, I just love it.
Right. Sometimes you have to listen to your own advice and what you tell your children, because a lot of the times you'll give other people advice, like, because you know what's best, but
Right.
you're not actually doing it yourself. So then
Yep.
your children are like, "Oh, I got that. You're the one that always told me this." It's like, yeah, well, maybe I should start listening to my own advice.
Right. I was like, when did I say that? Was I in a coma? Because I don't remember.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, and that's when you did something right. Am I a perfect mom? Oh my gosh, no, none of us, no one's perfect. But I was a single mom for years, and yeah, my boys and I kind of raised each other. I do have a weird, different relationship, but we still have they respect me. They've never gotten in trouble, and they're good people. That's all I could ask.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just want you to know that when I was on Lewis's panel, I just want to say something quick because I don't want to I know this is shared, Mr. Shad. I feel like I'm always like interrupting and stuff, but
You're good.
um, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that, yeah, I don't know if you listened to what I was saying, but when I joined his panel that night, what I was saying more so had to do, it was about MRB and Two Scooter in there. That's why I joined the panel. That's why I was up on there. And then I did make a comment in Lewis's channel saying, "Wow, like I'm happy you stuck up for that the homophobic comment or whatever," because I felt like it did sound homophobic. But now that I hear your side, I can see where you're coming from as well. But yeah, I mean, I like Lewis's channel, and I think from what it sounds like, it seems like you're a good person. So, I mean,
Oh, thank
I
you.
hope that, that doesn't cause any issues. But if it does, oh well. I mean, I think I can like two people and like support two people even if they don't get along.
Yeah,
Please,
no,
that's
he
exactly
he
what we're
just
going through.
he just doesn't like me. He hates me. He's got a very deep hatred for me. He sent me death threats while we were live. What was it,
Ooh.
Mary? It was like maybe a couple weeks back. And he came in and he was like, "Fuck you, bitch!" And he told me, "I hope your ugly grandbaby die."
Yeah, that was
Oh.
bad.
He said, "I hope you die." I have all this stuff. Like, he came in and I said, "That's enough."
Oh.
And so someone said, "Man, he needs to find a girlfriend." And I said, "Or a boyfriend, whatever. He needs something." You know what I mean? Like, I kind of I answered that way.
Right. And I
So,
mean, I've had myself in the same situations where someone says a mean comment towards me and I say something back to them. And then it's like sometimes it's like, which one came first? Some people will focus on, well, you said this and then this one said this. And it's like, wait, that came after the provoking, and I'm not justifying it, but it wasn't like I was instigating the situation.
Yeah.
So,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No,
And
but
that,
I mean, I really didn't say anything homophobic, though. I don't
People
even
will
know
twist it
what he
however
got.
they want to, though. So
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
everybody wants to make me look bad.
yeah, that's
That's why I took the advocate thing off. I forgot to change it on this stupid StreamYard. But I'm not an advocate. I'm not an advocate for fucking YouTube. I'm done. It's like I'm a person.
You are a person that just, yeah. Well, you are an advocate though, but you're just a human that likes to help other humans.
Yeah.
And birds.
And birds.
And birds.
My bird is in love with Kelly.
Well, there you go.
Well, it's funny because I never been around birds really. I was like, I never thought to even like a bird, and then now I'm like, I love those birds. So never thought I'd like a bird, but
What do you mean, Miss Molly? Mary, are you bored with this crap?
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
Well, there's other streams happening, just saying.
Right.
I would talk more, but it's, I don't do that on other people's panels. It's not my place.
No, everybody has free reign to basically say whatever they want here.
Yeah.
Jesus, take all the wheels.
That's got to be Brooke.
Yep. Yeah, all those haters, and you wake up and the first thing you do is go on your computer and look for something to be angry about. You need Jesus in your life.
Right.
Very, very badly.
Cher.
Huh.
Somebody recognized me from this. Okay, her channel is like, I like to watch this stream. I recently came across her channel. It's her name's like DC Media Girl. She talks about that creator Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reed. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They do like those mukbang things and whatever. So she does live streams making commentary on their videos. And I was in the chat. So someone's like, Mandy, wait a second. Are you friends with Cher and Mr. Cher? And I said, yeah, why? They said, oh my God, I love their channel. So a few of your viewers were in there. Yeah. It was so weird because it's like a channel that's not even in the community at all. It's like a whole different community. So I was like, wow, like people actually recognize us. I'm flattered.
Yeah, that happens once in a while. It feels good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's hard for us to get our Mr. and Mrs. Cher channel noticed in the true crime world because we don't do true crime on that channel.
Right.
But it's still, we're getting close. Getting close to 1,000. That's the channel that I really want to push.
It'll be so fun.
Yeah, that's where we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll be doing all kinds of wacky videos on there.
And we've got the kids on there and traveling and all that.
Yeah.
Bye, Monica.
So sharing the kids being all nuts and my editing skills, I think we'll make some pretty damn good videos over there.
Yeah, everyone go subscribe.
Guys, they texted him Happy Father's Day. Stepdaddy Canada, Happy Father's Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her daughters wished me Happy Father's Day.
That is so sweet.
Oh, Happy Father's Day, Mr. Cher. I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
He goes, your daughters just texted me Happy Father's Day.
I was not expecting that, and neither was Cher. That wasn't a stunt. They did that all on their own.
Tammy, I want to ask you, like, you say you want to break from the true crime because of the drama. How has it really been for you guys, to be honest? Because us as creators, we are on a complete, in a different area, but I really feel like they are in the worst spots because they're being pulled in so many different directions. And I was just curious because poor Tammy made this comment, especially with this drama.
It's true. They feel like they have to take sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
they feel like they need to do whatever the person that they're watching that they admire or whatever, they want to please them or appease them, and they don't want to fall out of favor, so they kind of just go along with whatever. Yeah, I think like the viewers are the ones who are the meanest, actually.
I've been saying that too. Oh my God, the viewers are the ones, and I'm appreciative of viewers. They help obviously the channel and stuff and engagement, even the ones that are nasty, but they do stir up a lot of stuff more so than creators with each other. Because they'll go back on channel. I mean, there's been streams that I like, they'll be like, oh, so-and-so was talking about you. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, they said this about you and this. So then I go watch the stream and it's like, they didn't even say that.
Right. That's another issue, are the ones that take all these screenshots and then they throw them at you and they're like, oh, they're talking crap. And then they went over there and said this. And then and then you're upset as a creator going, well, what the hell?
Right.
But
what is happening?
This is where the fault lands on the creator, though. Someone sends you that, you use that information. You should just be deleting it. Tell them, thanks, but no thanks. I don't want people sending me stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I always say, whatever someone says about me behind my back is none of my business.
That's true.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if someone's saying that I'm a puppet or I'm following a script or Cher is using me for my money, which is retarded because I have none. I have debt.
No,
She
Cher
can
is
she can have that if she wants, but
I could feel it for her. Oh my gosh.
Like, I don't care. They can say whatever they want.
in
I know what the
love.
truth is.
Yeah, because you know the truth. But there's a saying, when anybody talks behind your back, it's because you're 2 steps ahead.
Well, I've always said anything I say about somebody, because sometimes people aren't present.
I
But
like
if I say something behind when someone ain't around, I will also, if I can say it behind your back, I can say it to your face. If I can't say it to you directly, then
Me
I'm going to
too.
shut up.
I'll for sure say to your face
I'm the
whatever I'm
same.
saying behind your back.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't play that shit.
Well,
that's
And
kind
that's
of
why I
a
don't get a
fault
bunch of
mine
emails
is
and
that
screenshots.
I say, I go right to the person and say, hey, I'm upset. But I say it. That's it. If I say it to them, I'm going to say it to you, right?
Yep.
Yep, exactly.
Just tell the truth, and there you go. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't always have to be said. Like there are a few YouTubers that I just do not care for, but I'll never talk about them.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's no point.
I mean, not meaning if you had to talk about the person,
If you sometimes things you can't just turn your back. You have to address something.
Hey, baby,
Absolutely.
I'll be right back. Leland's trying to call me.
Okay, hon. Say hi for me.
Anyways.
Well, the cool thing about trying to get to know people as human beings is there's so much, the hate goes away.
Mm-hmm.
The hate and your body will start feeling so much better.
I hear Cher.
Yeah, from across the room, she said, I will say hi for you.
Yeah, see, do you see cute Lauren here says, I think a lot of the drama has affected everyone. People were coming on YouTube before to get away from own issues. Now I'm actually needing YouTube therapy.
It's kind of funny that people talking about that. I know this is going to be a shameless plug segue thing, but a while back I had planned I was going to do this documentary about the Watts case, but the focus was going to be on the effect the case has had on all of us.
Right.
But I'm thinking I'm going to switch it up a little bit and do a little bit more focus on how just being involved in different camps and everything, like there's going to be a section of that. But if you guys, most of you would have seen this, but in case you haven't, I made a trailer for it. And since it's my channel and I have no shame, I'm just going to go ahead and play it. Deep diving into these cases is like dancing with the devil.
Oh, I love this.
But when you dance with the devil doesn't change. he changes you.
God. Ooh.
I love that intro. Love it.
Yeah, that turned out really cool. I love doing that. Like that's like making videos and editing and like cinematography. I love all that stuff. So
Oh my God, you could teach me a few things because I'm horrible at it.
So the
well, no one starts knowing
documentary,
how.
are you going to be able to are you going to start like incorporating the actual social media situation? Is
That
that
was
what
the
you're saying?
plan. Yeah, like I always wanted to do like a little bit of that because
Yeah.
my initial direction was like how much time are people actually spending researching this case? And like what are they sacrificing in their real life to join in with all this? But
Yeah.
since then it's like
You
changed.
gotta be in it, Kelly.
It's
I would
become
love
like
to
this.
be part of something like that. I mean,
Absolutely.
again, when I hear the Watts thing, I said I want to rip my curtains off. Everybody's told me not to rip my curtains down, but I just, oh, the Watts, but I definitely want to be a huge part in what I can. Whatever I can offer. This is definitely, and that's why I'm here now, because I want to make new friends. I want more people to have to meet, because everybody has something great to bring to the table,
Mm.
and
Mm-hmm.
everybody has something good, and I think we can learn from so many different people. That's why I love people. That's why I wanted to be here, and it turned into a nightmare. But I
Yep.
feel like we're actually kind of pulling away from that nightmare, or waking up, I guess.
Starting to.
How long have you been making videos, Kelly?
Almost 2 years,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yep,
Um,
almost 2 years for both of us.
Oh, wow.
I'm a YouTube
Um,
dinosaur. I've been on here for like 5 years.
November for me, so probably like what, around maybe January for you, Kelly?
yeah,
It wasn't too far off.
yeah, because I started, Mandy, was because I'm very highly educated and disorders and different things. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, but I went a different direction and wanted to help the victims, because I'm like, because I was going to become either a cop, or I did study to become a mediator. I looked into paralegal. I looked at all these different things, but I was like, who's taking care of the victims? And my whole, I'm just too empathetic, I think. And I'm like, because if I see a child molester and I'm going to arrest them, I'm probably going to kill them, and then I'll be in prison. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. There's people who have jobs like that. They work in that profession and they end up leaving because they see some of the corruption that goes on and they can't handle it because they wanted to, they got that job because they want to help people, but then they see everything that goes on. And I'm not saying that happens all the time, but it does. I mean, I know people that have left even the mental health field, like people that were my therapists that left because of that reason. Or never mind, I'm just going to stop. I was going to say something else, but I don't want to say it publicly. So anyways,
No, yeah, that's understandable. And, now we have the, I have this knowledge, but I would go one off here, one off there, like giving advice. And finally I was like, I should just do a something that I could just do a video, right?
Hmm.
And Letitia Stock is the one that really ticked me
Yeah.
off. And I
That
guess
bitch is crazy.
yeah, I guess I just kind of, that was her. She was my fire under my ass. Let's put it that way. So that triggered me to start working on and just trying to educate people on narcissistic type people. Like, and I know people go, "Oh, I hate that word," and I hate it too. Trust me. I started calling them skin suits, or I didn't know what else to say. But people, we all have we all have narcissism, because we need stuff to say, hey, I deserve food, air, water. And but then there's all the way up in the spectrum. So I just was trying to teach that, but I did get sucked into the Watts versus, the family and the separation. and I've been trying so hard to do what I could to help everybody, right? But I'm not helping everyone. you know uh, there's more people getting, you know what I mean, Mandy? I was like, there's more people. It was just like, and I described it this way, and again, I love my description. I don't know if you've seen Seinfeld, but George Costanza was at a party for a kids party, and then there was a fire. He was the first one out the door. He knocked literally everybody out of the way, the children, the old lady, and that's kind of how I felt like what was happening is, there's like everybody's getting pushed. The good people are getting pushed out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. I kind of talk silly, but
You don't.
No, it made sense. Hey, cotton candy.
Oh, he's two people again.
Yeah. Sometimes I just gotta let my other personality out to play.
Yeah.
hey, we all have narcissistic traits.
Oh yeah.
So, I when I talk about them in the videos, I'm talking about people who are consistent, unempathetic, people that are, just not there. They're not, it's almost like having a body with no skeleton. They're just not solid, whole core people. That's all. Does it
Ginsu.
make them horrible people? It's just, it means it's how they were raised. It could also be genetics. Everything plays a part. And
Mhm.
as we grow, I think it's what, the 4-year age, our brain develops. And if your personality is, if you're not getting the adequate validation, our personality cracks.
Yeah.
But and like the Chinese art, what do they do with the cracks? They glue them together and make them beautiful, right?
Mm. Yeah. Oh, Stephanie, I'm a carpenter, but yeah, Cher, I couldn't get enough time off work, so I could quarantine because I did when she came up the first time, like a little over a month ago. So yeah, I have to distance from her because I'm going into people's houses and stuff. Hope you have a good night too, Candace King. That's nice. Everyone is beautiful.
Yes, everyone is beautiful. Good night. Sam Sarah. I like that. There's a dark energy around the Watts case, and it makes you wonder about the theory that we are all connected spiritually. You know,
Mm.
I really, it's interesting that you brought that up, because me and a few of us have made comments like, this is very dark. It's almost like, if you once you touch it, there's something that's wrong. You know,
Yeah.
there's so many bad things.
Yeah, there is
It's
something
sad
about.
at the end of the day, there's two sets of human being families that are crushed.
Yeah, I don't even want to know the hell that they're going through.
No. Brooke said at the beginning of the case, a girl sent her the Watts book with sage. Hilarious. Ah. And Samster, I agree. It's weird. I don't know how many cases we get. Mary and I were just talking about the Fideo, the DeFeo. Did I say Fideo? Really?
Yeah.
The DeFeo murders.
Yeah.
And we, because Mary lived by, oh my gosh, guys, Mary has so many awesome stories. She met Amy Fisher, but also Mary Jo Buttafuoco. She knew Mary Jo Buttafuoco.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But anyway, Mary and I were talking about that because she actually visited the house because she used to live over there.
Oh yeah, and I cut George Lutz's hair too.
She cut George Lutz's hair, the man that, the book.
The man that the Amityville Horror is about. Yeah. He's a psycho. The man is not playing with a full deck, but that whole thing was a hoax. It was a definite hoax because he had a business in Rocky Point, Long Island, where it was going down the tubes, and he saw a $400,000 home on sale for $80,000 because the murders happened there. And so he thought this is a way to make money. And they bought the house and they stayed in it for 28 days and they left. And they called Newsday and told Newsday this whole story about how the house was haunted and all these things were happening. And because of this story in Newsday, Ronald DeFeo's lawyer, who was the murderer, his attorney, got in touch with Lutz and said, we can help you. We can do this together. And he actually has come out now and said it was all a hoax.
Oh, I live in Long Island, and I went by the house in it's in Amityville, and what was I gonna say? I wanted to do a live stream with Cher and go to the house and stuff, and talk about it because I always found that case very interesting. And yes, the paranormal stuff that went on there, I don't believe it. That was to me, in my opinion, it was a hoax. He was mentally ill and was hearing things and whatever. But I don't believe anything
Mary,
paranormal happened there. And plus, I also went to
George, Mindy, George was also a
George Lutz was into dark things. He had a satanic Bible.
Yeah. And the Warrens, Lorraine Warren and Ed Warren. Okay, so I grew up in Connecticut, and Lorraine grew up in Monroe, Connecticut, and I went to the Union Cemetery where they say that there was a lady in a white dress, which is a common thing in the paranormal community. It's like, oh, there's a lady in a white dress or whatever, but it was never, they said they have the footage of it. They never showed it. The Warrens, now I went to go visit their grave, Ed Warren's grave, and then like a year later, I think Lorraine died, and I went back there because they were both buried in Stepney Cemetery. But they have a museum that has like the Annabelle doll, and they're the ones who investigated that the Amityville house and stuff.
Yes.
And they've admit there was they even said some of the cases that they covered were people that were just families that were lying. Like they said the same thing about The Conjuring, that the family was crazy.
They did The Conjuring as well. Yeah.
But now her daughter, Lorraine's daughter now runs with her. Okay, so her Lorraine's son-in-law, which is her daughter's husband. Him and her daughter run that museum now, and I guess they were trying to get it like start doing tours again and just pick up from where her mother and father left off, and I thought that was interesting because I always wanted to like visit.
Mandy,
That
we
is-
want to be a part of it. Mary's got a lot of info. You guys should connect on that.
Yeah, because her son-in-law reached out to me because when I went to the cemetery, my ex-boyfriend, David, the abusive one, he was taking a bunch of pictures, and we looked through the pictures, and he noticed a figure, and I had it on my Facebook. It's now deactivated, and it does look like somebody is there. It looks like a guy. So I posted on my Facebook, and I tagged Lorraine Warren, and it was when she was still alive, and her daughter ran her Facebook page. Lorraine was too sick because she was old at the time, and he reached out to me. He's like, I think you definitely picked up on something there. He was like, you know, can you talk to me more about this? So I don't know. I just thought that was,
Whoa.
yeah.
Well,
Good
Kelly,
for you.
Kelly saw the picture that I took. There's a mansion here in Florida, and it's supposedly one of the most haunted places in Florida. And we didn't know that at the time. My husband and I went there on a tour, and it's called Flagler's Mansion or Flagler's Museum. And we went in, and we were standing on the staircase, and I said to the lady that was below us on the staircase, hey, can you take a picture of us? And she's like, yeah, sure. And she took a picture, and Kelly has seen it. It's like I don't know, how would you explain it? Like energy?
Yeah.
It looks like there's like electricity in front of us. You
Yeah.
can hardly even see us behind it. And it wasn't filmed because it was a digital camera. So that was weird.
Sounds weird and sounds creepy.
It was creepy.
When I went into that cemetery, my phone had full battery, okay? It had 100% battery life. Tell me why it shut off when we entered the cemetery, and my ex-boyfriend's phone was perfectly fine. I'm like, why is my phone? I was like, it won't turn on. And he was like, that's because they know you're in it for the Facebook likes. And I'm like, yeah, I am. But I don't know. It was just funny.
Ever again.
What?
I said, don't listen to him ever again.
No, but yeah, George Lutz was a very strange individual. He was into very dark things. And like I said to Kelly, if he did experience anything in the house, it wasn't because of the murders. It was because of what he brought in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then afterwards, the Warrens came, and then there's a picture of an actual little boy peeking out of a doorway.
Yeah, and there was no kids in the house when that picture was taken.
Of course, yeah, way after the murders, obviously.
Yeah, it was after the Lutzes left.
Right. And Warren did say that there's demons there.
Yeah, she made
as little boys, you know.
Yeah, she made the statement when she went to the second floor. She said, "This is the closest to hell I ever want to get." That was creepy.
But the people now do not suffer.
No. And my dad had two friends that were printers that lived in the house right after the Lutzes, before the Cromartys bought it. The Cromartys are the family that lived there for a very long time after that. And they lived there for 2 months, and they never saw anything. They never felt anything. They said it's all BS.
I just reactivated my Facebook temporarily just because I want to show you. Can I share my screen just to show you guys what the picture that I have?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm saying yes. It's not my panel.
Yes, absolutely.
Kelly's like, yes. Okay.
Well, who am I to say no to Kelly?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to take over.
Yeah. Hold on. Share screen. Okay.
Ooh.
God.
What is that?
Do you see that?
Yes.
Someone standing.
That's a person like walking.
Dang.
The head.
Yeah.
I see it.
The legs. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mandy,
Wow.
did you send this into Slapped Ham or any of those places?
No. But the one this is the picture that they
give you
saw.
money for that.
Yeah, this is the picture that they saw, and that's why I was talking to her son-in-law about it, and he was asking me where in the cemetery this picture was taken, and I was like, it wasn't near Ed's, it wasn't near his where he was buried, but it was in the cemetery. So yeah, we got a couple pictures there. And this was after Lorraine.
Oh,
This
all
was
those cute face pictures.
Isn't that beautiful? This was
Oh,
after she
God.
passed away. This was like a week after, I think. Yeah.
Where is that at, honey?
That's this is in Monroe, Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
See how it says Warren? See?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's Warren, Lorraine and Ed's.
Yep, this is where they were buried.
Oh,
Mm.
very nice. Somebody, is Cher still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. So I make sure.
Checking up on you, Cher.
Well, I saw something in the comments. I just want to make sure you stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. There's going to be.
I am writing
That
a
crap.
monologue, guys, but I guess I should call it a script, maybe?
Oh, the S word.
Yeah, Mandy, by the way, I got sucked into the whole, we planned this whole thing for 3 months, by the way.
Really? Did she make another stream about this?
About, well, I'm part of the plans, I guess.
Was she saying? Did she say this before? Because if so, I missed it. Or was this in a recent live stream? Is what I'm asking.
That must be, yeah, it's a recent then.
Oh, okay. Of course, we're all a part of this script.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I read some of the so-called script.
Like.
It doesn't make any sense. For one, if I was okay, do people really think that Natasha would lie for me? No, absolutely not. Would Cher lie for me? No, absolutely. Would Mr. Cher? No. That's ridiculous. And plus, look at how much Natasha and I were going at each other, like very personal, like, and just ripping each other apart. That wouldn't make any sense.
I actually didn't know any of this because I'm a dork. Again, I work full time and then I'm like, what's going on? But I just got to listen to Natasha and I think she's funny. And I hope you guys are all friends now, right? Everybody.
Well, we're not friends. We just, I'm thankful for the situation. I would say that we're like, I don't know, civil or whatever, but a lot of people.
Cordial, getting to know each other.
Respect.
Yeah, it's just, that's all it is.
Yeah, that's another theory that Cher and I we're fake and that we're not actually together. And
oh my god,
it's so ridiculous.
No.
I literally have a video on my channel where I'm proposing to her.
Well, I've known Cher for a few years, and I will say this: I've spoken with her and Mr. Cher, and very genuine, loving couple. Cher is so happy. It seems like she's also got that solid foundation of knowing that she knows she is loved.
Well, she is.
And you have a wonderful man to love, so you guys are blessed.
Yeah, we're very fortunate.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But this is a blessing. This is what you were blessed with.
Mm-hmm.
Because you deserve it. You deserve good things.
Well, I think we all do. It's nice when life gives you a good bounce.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we just hit the 2-hour mark, so I think we're going to cut this one off. So if you haven't, check out our joint channel and help us hit 1,000.
Oh, he has a COVID mask. How cute.
Oh, how cute. And I do love your hair. Yeah.
She's such a cutie.
Yeah, I like the blonde.
Yeah, Mary says she and Mary was a hairstylist for 25 plus years.
Yeah, I'm closer to 40.
Oh, 40. Never mind.
I'm dating myself over here.
Oh. Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime.
For being so welcoming, you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
That's how we do over here.
Well, it was nice to talk to you, Kelly.
You too. Reach
hope to-
out.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Sharon, Mr. Cher. Everyone have a good night.
I'll
Thanks,
text you
everybody.
Kelly's number.
All right.
Good
Love
night,
you guys.
Bye,
Love
guys.
you.
Night, everybody. Well, that was another awesome one.
Mhm.
Just goes to show you, the love is going to win. They're going to buck it and resist it. They're going to say we're faking. They're going to call us names, but it doesn't matter. We're still going to keep doing it. And eventually, we're going to win. And that's just all there is to it. Love will win. Thanks for coming by, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. And until then, this is PrairieBoy77, aka Mr. Cher, saying good day, good night,